Now let's get back in the front here. We're going to talk about some safety features that are worth their weight in gold on the 25 Sienna. If you are looking for a newer vehicle, there are some safety features that are available. Now we came from a 2010 Toyota Sienna, which had none of these electronic safety features that are now available. And here's a few that I think are worth their weight in gold. So first of all, we have got parking sensors front and rear. So if I put it in reverse, we're going to end up with our rear backup camera here, and then it's got three sensors on, it's got sensors on the back, each corner, and then sensors on the front. If I'm approaching anything or backing up toward anything, it's going to give me red lines and start beeping at me. And what's interesting is the audio warning actually comes from the corner of the vehicle that obstruction is visible. So if you have something in that back corner, that back speaker is going to start beeping, and the beeping is going to get louder and faster the closer you get to that item. So having parking sensors like that should help you or your wife and prevent you to not back into something or run somebody over. The next one is adaptive cruise control. We'll go back and park here. If you haven't played with adaptive cruise control yet, that is where you have radar assisted cruise. It's watching the vehicle in front of you, and it is going to maintain a safe distance from that vehicle. So we've got our little symbol right here. This is the distance to that vehicle, and you have multiple settings. It is going to default to the farthest setting, which is a pretty far distance, which is not going to work in traffic situations. So you can adjust that here and choose how close you want to follow that vehicle. And it will also have emergency braking with that adaptive cruise control. If you're not paying attention and that person slams on the brake, then the car will actually brake for you until you are ready to brake. And the other safety feature with that adaptive cruise that I really like is low speed follow. So I mentioned I drove through Atlanta recently, and with low speed follow, you've got that adaptive cruise on. You don't have to have your foot on the gas or the brake. It's going to follow that car in front of you, and it will follow that car even if they come to a complete stop. The vehicle will stop for you, maintaining that safe distance, and then when that vehicle begins to go, all you have to do is hit the resume button and your vehicle will begin to follow them even at low speed. Now I have a Honda, 2016 Honda that also has adaptive cruise, but it will kick off under 30 miles per hour. So a lot of cars don't have that low speed follow option. I think that is really helpful. The other thing you have is lane centering. The vehicle will actually try to find the center of that lane, and it'll try to stay right in the center. Now you do have to keep your hands on the wheel. It is going to beep at you. This feature I find to be more annoying than helpful most of the time. There are times when it does a really good job and is able to find those two lines and keep the vehicle perfectly centered. But honestly, a lot of times it's bouncing back and forth. I feel like I'm fighting the wheel a little bit, and that's been my wife's experience as well. And the other thing that's interesting, like when I was driving in Florida for our vacation and you're going on these long, straight as can be stretches, and the vehicle is centering itself and you've got your hand on the wheel, it's going to beep at me after 5 or 10 seconds because it thinks I'm not holding the wheel, and you have to give it a little jiggle. That's kind of annoying. You'd think on a straight stretch, it should be able to somehow sense that your hand is on the wheel. A lot of times I'll just kind of rest my hand up on the top of the steering wheel so that it knows, hey, I'm still holding the wheel. You do have to still pay attention. You do have to still drive. And the last safety feature that I think is worth its weight in gold, this one might be my favorite, and it's already saved us from having a few fender benders, or at least some close calls, and that is going to be the rear cross traffic alert. When you are backing out of a parking spot, or in my instance, we're backing out of our driveway, the vehicle has sensors. It's going to watch if there is any traffic coming from either side, and it is going to see this traffic coming before you are able to. So as I'm backing up my driveway, it'll start beeping to me saying, hey, someone's coming down this road. Now, obviously, I need to stop at the end of my driveway. I need to look, but it is an amazing feature that it is seeing those things before I do, especially if you're backing out of a tight parking spot and you don't even have an angle to see if there's a large vehicle next to you, if there's something coming crosswise. This vehicle has already stopped us from getting close to a fender bender, where it has actually stopped the car for us when we were backing up because there was something back there that we could not see. But when we are talking about the available safety features on the Sienna, we've got to talk about the fact that it's a little bit disappointing that in the 25 Sienna, Toyota has Safety Sense 2.0, not their 3.5, which is actually available on some of their models. Now, I just drove a 25 Corolla that was a rental that had Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, and especially on the lane centering feature, it seemed to be much more effective than my 25 Sienna is. In fact, with the 25 Sienna, I'm often turning that lane centering feature off when I put on my adaptive cruise control. You do have that option. So it's a little bit disappointing that Toyota does not have Safety Sense 3.5 or 3.0, but the 25 Sienna has that 2.0.